Okay.
We will leave the zone via November, and then we'll make an immediate turn to November Whiskey.
Okay.
At 1,500 feet, so I will ask for a taxi for a VFR flight to Grimbergen, exit via November 1,500 feet. There is nothing else, the weather is good, we have briefed all the arrival, the route, there is no NOTAMs.
Yeah, special of the day?
It's a PT3, so the final progress test.
Yeah.
And it's also the first time I landed Grimbergen at 01, so that's gonna be a bit of a
good point.
Lookout.
Yeah, and can I have the map?
Yes, you
can. I will show you something.
Yes.
Which can be a threat today. It's he told me that we will leave via November and then turn immediately to November Whiskey.
Yes.
As it's runway 06 news, all incoming traffic will come from November Whiskey.
Yes.
So we have to keep an eye, okay?
Yes.
So probably, maybe we will have traffic maybe coming to the CTR via November Whiskey.
So when we leave via November,
at the same altitude as we will fly.
When we leave via November, can we ask Shalra to just stay on the frequency for monitoring until we leave the vicinity of November Whiskey, or?
Yeah, that's a good point, but from November to November Whiskey, it will take 1 minute. So is it very useful to make it? No, but it's useful to stay on the frequency, to listen, to have a good situational awareness about all of the aircraft incoming.
Shalra ground, Oscar November Charlie Bravo, good afternoon.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Charleroi ground, bonjour.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo at platform 4 with information Whiskey requesting taxi for a VFR navigation flight to Grimbergen, leaving the zone via November at 1,500 feet.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, Roger, Whiskey valid, taxi to Sierra 1, holding point runway 06, QNH 1013.
Taxi to Sierra 1, holding point runway 06, QNH 1013, Oscar November Charlie Bravo. Okay, taxi light on. We'll close this, otherwise we have to keep a hand on it. Left and right is clear, taxi lights on.
Expect stand 69er, proceed via Mike 5, taxi lane Golf.
Okay, I'm gonna check my brakes. Brakes are available. I will ask you later when we have left the area with all the other traffic. Alright, turning left, sorry, turning right, skidding left, and the D was rising, and the compass is also fine.
With a 3507 taxi via Mike 6.
You want me to check the brakes?
Ah yes, sorry.
No problem.
I will just slow down a bit. Yeah, you are so invisible on this progress test that I completely forgot that I should ask my co-pilot.
No problem.
We are back to 4,000. Then
imagine that you put monitor on the right, for example, and there is no drop at all. Is it a good point or not?
No, that's not good, because that would mean that that left was not working at all to start with.
Exactly.
So we didn't lose any extra power.
Indeed.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, holding at Sierra 1, runway 06, ready for departure.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, Tower 121305.
Tower 121.305, thanks, bye-bye. Oscar Charlie Bravo. And then Brussels gonna be 126.9er. Shalra Tower, Oscar November Charlie Bravo, bonjour, holding at Sierra 1, runway 06, ready for departure.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Charleroi, bonjour, Sierra 1, line up and wait, runway 06.
Line up and wait, runway 06, Oscar November Charlie Bravo. Lights, alt, landing lights not yet, off. And then we will line up and wait, and approach is free.
Yes. Traffic still on the runway.
Check.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, wind calm, runway 06, clear for takeoff.
Runway 06, cleared for takeoff. Oscar November Charlie Bravo. Alright, takeoff, I have control.
You have controls.
Airspeed alive, full power, and a bit back because it's in the red. $55. Alright, 400 above, speed check. Laps, maximum continuous power, auxiliary pump, landing lights, engine parameters. Okay, now in the green. And then we can make our turns towards November.
Oscar, November Charlie Bravo, passing November, airborne 10, clear to leave Charleroi.
Clear to leave Charleroi. Oscar and Charlie Bravo, thank you, bye bye. Okay, then just when we have the point on my left wing, I will turn towards the windmills.
Zone 7, 3 Alpha Mike Sierra, Romeo Charleroi, wind variable 3 knots, runway.
Alright, left and right is clear.
Takeoff 06, 3 Alpha Mike Sierra, Romeo.
Right, I don't see any traffic from the ultralight field so far.
Just over there.
I see one. I see one. Under the wing now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the November is the train station, actually down there to the left.
Yeah, EBCI.
And I don't see incoming traffic, and actually you can see that the VOR instrument needle is also coming in.
Yes.
So when we are on, well, basically here at the crossing of the railway and the road, and then I will make the turn. I don't see incoming traffic. Okay, so we are going to turn to 337, so the heading is going to be 337, altitude stays, and I will
and you can
timer
turn now because the rest of it is just over there.
Timer was started, so tariff timer started, heading is 337, that's more or less here.
Yes.
And the compass is also getting there. Okay. The altitude is 1000, 4005, that's what we are aiming for. We have to stay under 1005. I'm just gonna correct tiny bit with the power. Okay, Tower radio, we will contact Brussels information. So I'm now gonna switch away and I will set already Grimbergen, which is 119er505. 119er505. E instruments, the DJ and the compass is good, engine instruments is good. Fuel, we have used 5 liters. Going to note that down. I use the used, not the remaining.
So at what time? If the controller asks you at what time will you be?
In
at
12 minutes, that's at exactly 30.
At
30.
Okay, 30.
Brussels information, Oscar November Charlie Bravo, good afternoon.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Brussels information.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, it's a Sonaca 200 VFR navigation flight from Charleroi to Grimbergen with 2 POB, currently southwest of Waterloo, inbound Asigam, Spoking 2000 requesting flight information services.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, identified, regional QNH 1012.
Regional QNH 1012, Oscar Charlie Bravo, thank you. Okay, and here this junction, that should be at 4.5 minutes.
Hotel Papa Bravo Alpha, Brussels information, hello sir.
We are a bit earlier than that.
Yes, 1 minute.
Maintaining 1,500 feet.
Probably because we made a turn also further out of the CTR, because the point itself is...
it's inside the CTR.
Yeah, but now we have more of the visual with the radio tower,
yes.
So I can skip all the other surface identifying until then, and then we'll make sure that we go to the right of that, so I have a good view to the left.
Okay.
Make sure that it's far enough. But normally we should be there at 9 minutes, so we expect it at 8 minutes.
Okay.
And there is a departing traffic from Brussels.
Yes, inside.
And we can also turn off the taxi lights now that we exited the CTR.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good point.
So the next leg will be heading of 037. It's gonna be at the same altitude, and the time is gonna be 4.5 minutes.
Okay. Always have a lookout in the vicinity of a VOR, because a lot of people is using the VOR as a turning point for their navigation, and At the same altitude, just to be just below the Brussels CME.
And we're gonna set our next radial as 034. Okay. And when I see the VOR next to us, then I'm going to start the timer, make the turn.
Go ahead.
And the VOR is just on the wing. Timer started, 037. And the needle is coming in. Oscar, November Charlie Bravo, approaching Grimbergen, requesting frequency change.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, frequency change approved to contact Grimbergen.
Frequency change approved, Oscar, November Charlie Bravo, thank you.
Papa Hotel Victor Sierra Hotel changing over to Grimbergen. Radio, Papa Hotel Victor Sierra Hotel.
I already see where Londie is, but we'll make our turn when we are Abeam, basically. Okay. We should also descend to 900. I'm going to do it
Oscar Charlie Romeo is overhead.
Oscar Charlie Romeo, proceed for right hand circuit 01, report final number 1.
Report final 01, Oscar Charlie Romeo.
Grimbergen radio, Oscar November Charlie Bravo, good afternoon. We are 3 minutes southwest of Londie, requesting landing information.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Grimbergen, good afternoon sir. Runway 01 in use, right hand circuit, Brussels KNH 1013. Report passing Londie inbound to the field and look out for traffic approaching Londie.
01 in use, right hand circuit will report Londie. Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Brussels KNH 1012.
1013 now.
1013, Oscar November Charlie Bravo.
Alright.
That's what I said, but I said incorrect stuff.
No problem.
Okay, so now there is traffic inside, 11 o'clock.
Above the horizon or no, below?
No, below,
okay,
approaching Londie,
yeah.
so we will be behind them.
Yeah, indeed. Okay. So what's the plan? What will we do?
Yeah, so first of all, the QNH is set.
Yes.
We'll already set the fullest tank.
Okay.
So fullest tank, we will fly towards Londie when we are Abeam. Londie is now at our 1.5, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Then we will fly towards the cooling towers at 900 feet. We are still in a descent towards that.
Okay.
And then we will call once more when we are over Londie. They will probably do that too. And then we will fly overhead the field, join right and downwind for runway 01. And it's going to be a short soft field landing.
Okay.
As
discussed
yes.
on the ground. Okay. Final approach speed will be
55.
Yes.
Okay, 100 feet to go till 900.
Romeo final 01.
And I will make the turn in a few seconds.
Yes.
Left and right is clear. I will already put the taxi lights on. And we have to fly a bit more to the right of the cooling towers, otherwise we will not be overhead.
Yes. And what will be the circuit altitude?
800.
Yes. Perfect.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, overhead Londie.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, roger, report overhead the field.
We'll call. Oscar November Charlie Bravo.
Papa Hotel Victor Sierra Hotel overhead.
Papa Sierra Hotel, proceed for right circuit 01, report final number 1.
Papa Sierra Hotel right circuit report
so there is only him. I will already start configuring maybe before we are overhead.
Yeah, that's a good idea because the downwind will be very, very short.
So I will already go flaps takeoff.
Yes.
Speed is check. Takeoff. We should still be at 900, so I will correct a bit. And the ballooning is helping, of course.
Yeah.
I will set 4,500 already.
It's always a good idea also to have the chart with you when doing the approach. Well, like this.
Okay, so I see the windsock and the signal square. There is some right crosswind. Oscar November Charlie Bravo, overhead the field.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, proceed for right hand circuit runway 01, report final number 1.
Right hand circuit runway 01 will report final. Oscar November Charlie Bravo. Okay, and we can go down to 800.
Yes.
And turn basically when we are almost overhead the canal.
Yeah.
Okay, I will already make our turn.
Victor Sierra Hotel runway vacated.
And runway is vacated.
Papa Sierra Hotel, thank you Robin.
Okay. We're past the beam. We shouldn't go much further than this.
Yes.
So let's do speed check and full flaps, and then let's go. Speed check now, full flaps, and let's go.
Don't forget the auxiliary fuel pump.
Oh yes.
All the check related
brakes
to the downwind.
available.
Voilà. So as you said on the ground, aiming point is before the threshold. In respect of the obstacle, of course. Okay, landing light on. And final report on.
Oscar Charlie, Bravo, final runway 01.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, the wind is 050 degrees 6 knots, runway 01. Proceed to land at your own discretion.
Okay, keep nose up.
Yeah. It's difficult to not pull up, but still keep up.
Yeah, indeed. And you can brakes a little bit.
And then we can just go to the right.
To the right here.
Yeah. Just gonna go on the asphalt here, it's easier to make the turn.
Yep. Okay, right is clear.
Q. After the line, I'm just gonna stop for a second.
Yep.
Oscar, right, Charlie Bravo, runway vacated. And this should have been at 7,000 already after we left Brussels info, but...
And the flaps, voilà.
And the main wheels are in the gutter.
Look.
Then idle, taxi lights and timer, and that was 14 minutes from the previous. So the last two together were 14 minutes and used were 13 liters together. We touched down a bit later than
Indeed.
but it was still safe.
Yeah, it was safe, yeah, of course. Okay, the 2 minutes has
Yes,
been passed. We
so
can shut down the
avionics
engine.
off.
Alright.
Shutdown checklist is complete.
Alright. So basically the navigation was very good, very nice, nothing special to say. Use of the VOR as well. Yeah. Really it was good. I have no special remark on this. It's always a good idea to rebrief, as I said on the ground, to rebrief the approach.
Yeah.
So don't wait to be close to the airport when the workload is very high to think about it.
Even on this navigation, you can continue, but just want to say that on this navigation it's a bit tricky because these last legs are very short.
Yeah,
so,
that's why I was suggesting you to do the briefing before Afigem, for example.
Yeah.
Because we have nothing to do there because we have 14 minutes.
And the VOR is there.
Yeah, and we see the VOR, we have plenty of time, so it's a good idea to anticipate.
Yes.
Say, okay, let's do the approach briefing, because after Afigem we won't have time. The workload will be very high. 4 minutes leg, then Londi, then we have to descend, then we have to configure, then overhead, and here it's very special, the circuit. Okay, so that's the first point. The second point, don't forget the checks on downwind. That was a good idea to say.
Do it before,
I will put the flaps before
but then I forward the brake check and the auxiliary front pump. Yes.
Voilà.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to configure the aircraft before passing overhead the field. That's a very good idea because you anticipate. And so by anticipating, you reduce the workload, and that's the aim. Okay, that's what was good. But don't forget the old checks. Auxiliary fuel pump, fuel tank, brake available.
The fuel tank we've done before.
Indeed. Then you pass overhead, the circuit was good. The wind was at the very final turn was pushing a little bit to the left, but what you anticipate, so that was good. But of course the speed was a little bit high. Also, don't hesitate to use brakes. Sometimes at Charleroi we say do not brake, that's stupid to brake because we have a lot of runway. But on the short field landing it's interesting to use brakes, but slightly. But voilà, but it was good. Expect some points, but yeah, it was good. Okay.
We'll make a short soft field takeoff from runway 01.
Okay.
Which means that we'll go line up on the displaced threshold area, or the safe way, as it's called here.
Good afternoon, Echo Michael Charlie approaching London for landing.
And there, so after the run-up and everything, there we line up to make sure that we use as much runway as possible. Then I step on the brakes, set maximum continuous power, check the power. When we set full power, we'll have to pull back a bit, so then when we have a stable, as high power as possible, then I will let the brakes go. We'll start. I will have an aft pressure on the stick immediately from this as we start rolling. Maybe here, that's my personal remark, it would be useful to only start with this back pressure before we reach the grass part, because the back pressure also slows down the aircraft because it's extra drag. So to make most use of the
but be sure to have the back pressure when you enter the grass runway. Okay.
And then we rotate at 50. We stay in the ground effect until we accelerate to 65, and then from there it's the normal takeoff would be.
Yeah.
Okay, we have not heard any traffic, so we'll report we are ready for departure. Oscar November Charlie Bravo is ready for departure.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, wind is 120 degrees calm, runway 01, proceed for line up and takeoff at your own discretion.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, lining up and then departing to the north. Oscar November Charlie Bravo. Yeah.
Very taxi.
Yeah.
Both sign at the end.
Okay. Taxi, alt, and landing lights, and approaches as far as now I can see, but we'll have a better look.
Okay, final is clear.
Yep, approach is free. Alright. Then, timer, takeoff. Maximum continuous power first. Okay, power check, full power. Bit back. Big back.
Let's go.
Okay. Airspeed alive. Already having aft power, yeah. In the ground effect. Okay, 65.
Alright.
And then I will very slowly bank to the right. And we will be out of the zone basically when we pass the A12. Oscar November Charlie Bravo leaving the zone to the northwest. See you next time. Bye bye.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, thank you very much for your visit. See you next time. Bye bye.
Okay.
Should
I set 2000?
Yes, please.
November Papa drop and descend at on discretion QNH 1012.
First departure, good afternoon, Oscar November Charlie Bravo.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Sonaca 200, 2% on board, VFF flight from Grimbergen to Charleroi. We would like to do some air work in the vicinity of Niki at 3000 feet.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, roger, you can proceed inbound Niki and climb to 3000 feet, Brussels QNH 1012.
Roger, we turn towards Niki, climb 3000 feet, QNH 1012, will depart exercise completed, Oscar November Charlie Bravo. What will be the first action before doing any exercise?
We'll do a HASELL check.
Yes, sir.
And I will do that when we are at 3000.
Yes, of course.
Alright, so the HASELL check, our height is sufficient to recover by 2000 feet above the ground. The airframe is in clean configuration.
Yes.
Everything is looking in one piece. Safety, all the harnesses are secure, and the seat is hopefully still locked. And we are not gonna do very much 0G, so there is not necessary to have more cover on the luggage.
Indeed, yeah.
Then the engine parameters are in the green.
Okay.
Look at the location. To the north there is plenty of fields. Also to the east, to the west is not really great for that. So there would be fields enough if we had to make a forced landing.
Yes.
And we have already heard that there is no traffic. Normally we would do a lookout, either 180 or
but we will do it just to stay in the vicinity of Nikki. So make a left turn to the a left turn on heading 180.
Yeah, left turn heading 180. Left and right is clear. Can I maybe first always go through what will I do? And,
of course,
okay.
yeah.
So with a clean configuration stall, I will just go to idle, and then with the pitch keep the altitude.
Yes.
Until
do not climb.
Yes. So do not climb. Yes, because we are at 3000.
Yes.
Then as soon as any sign of a stall occurs, and in this case it's going to be a continuous, probably a continuous sound of the stall warning, then I will let the control come forward. I will not push it actively, I will just let it go forward.
Okay.
We are climbing a bit, so I will correct. And then at full, maximum continuous power in this case, and then recover our altitude. So that's going to be the exercise, and I will apply right rudder to contract full power, or I will try at least.
Okay. At which speed will you raise the nose to recover?
I will, at beyond 60.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I will go to idle.
Yeah. Maintain direction as well, a little bit of left foot, yeah. Okay, stall. Alright. Let's do another one with the landing configuration. So, stall landing configuration.
Yeah. Okay, speed check for takeoff or the speed check for full. We go on a slightly descent. Okay, and now I will pull up a bit. Idle.
And take off power.
And above 60, nose on the horizon. Flaps up.
Alright. That was better, but you were hesitating with the flaps.
Yes.
Alright. Approach configuration in a turn. We will simulate that we're on base turn. On base, and then we are turning on final.
Yes.
Then the final turn, and we are focused on the runway. We don't see our altitude, so we pitch up, and then we stall. So we have to recover. Okay. By the left.
Did I already go to the left or?
Yeah, you can go. And you configure your aircraft.
Yeah, okay, that's why I asked. So that's takeoff for the approach, and then I will go idle. I'm just...
Yeah, and let's simulate that our runway is there.
Yeah. Out of Hoevenen, 1,500 feet on QNH 1012, request initial climb, follow 50 for first drop, and then climbing as well 120.
November Papa, initially climb to flight level 50 and afterwards request higher.
Voilà.
Roger, initial climb level 50, will go Papa, November Papa.
Alright, good.
Vessel departure, good afternoon, behind 2 Delta Lima, climbing 5060 on the stopwatch 6 units.
Alright, perfect. Okay, let's take 220 degrees as a heading reference. And we will make deep turn left and right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can trim myself at this 4005 setting, and then I will add a bit of power when we enter the turn.
Delta Lima, climb to level 70.
Alpha level 70, Bilan 2 Delta Lima.
Ryanair 14 Bravo,
okay.
4000 feet,
okay, heading to 40 then, okay?
Yeah, 240 to the highway.
Yeah.
14 Bravo Yankee.
There are still no traffic.
Okay.
So I will make a steep turn to left, 240. Okay, left and right is clear. Bit of power.
Bilan 2 Delta Lima, climb to level 80.
Alpha level 80, Bilan 2 Delta Lima. Any speed restriction level 5?
Free speed.
Free speed, thank you, Bilan 2 Delta Lima. For departure, Papa level, Papa pushing level 50, request drop and further climb flight level 120.
Papa November, Papa Roger,
to the right.
to flight level 70.
Alright, so
right
is clear.
Right is clear. Drop is approved at 50.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Alpha Bravo Yankee, right, heading 090. Alpha Bravo Yankee, right, heading 090.
Heading 090, and 14 Bravo Yankee.
Bilan 3 Charlie Mike, contact control 131.1.
131.1, Bilan 3 Charlie Mike.
Bilan 2 Delta Lima, climb to level 110.
Alpha level 110, Bilan 2 Delta Lima.
Alright, good. So we will do now some unusual altitudes. So you will close your eyes, I will take over the control, then I will say, okay, recover. Then you will have to identify the altitude and recover, okay?
Okay.
There is two kind of recover of unusual altitude, nose up and nose down. Okay, you remember?
Yes. So if it's nose up, I'm gonna go full power and let basically the plane slide down to the side where if we are turned. If not, then I will make a small bank so we can slide down to the horizon. On the horizon I will level and then make sure the speed is okay.
Yes.
If it's nose down, then I will go idle, pull up. But if we are very much banked, then I will first level the wings and then pull up and then climb.
Yes. Okay, perfect. I have controls.
You have controls.
And close your eyes.
Yeah. Can I still touch the
No, no.
Right now, 154 Bravo.
Okay, recover. Alright, I have controls.
You have controls, I have my eyes closed.
I had to put it on idle because the speed was high.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pull stronger, I've seen it was going to the yellow.
Yeah. Okay, recover. Voilà, perfect.
Get there at 60970, sending 80
Right
now 609,
now,
expect runway
wings
24,
level.
descent 4000.
Okay, nice. You can descend now to 2000, let's say 1400 feet.
Second number Charlie Bravo exercise completed, descending 1400 feet inbound Africa.
Number Charlie Bravo, Roger, and report leaving 2000 feet.
We'll report leaving 2000 feet, Oscar Charlie Bravo.
I can also measure how much time it would take to go to Chalera. Because on that leg, our ground speed was supposed to be 96.
Request local QNH, November 1 Alpha.
Yeah, we are here, so we have to keep a bit to the right because the turn of the train here is here. So we are to the right of the VOR, so I'm going to stay a bit to the, I will fly a bit to the 180.
Okay.
And I can also use actually that's what I wanted to do. So if you have to fly 157 from Afrika, that means we have to fly out on the 157.
Yes.
So we can just keep this until we intercept that radial and then follow that.
Yes.
Shuttle Alert 1 information, Gulf 1558. Expect vectoring for ILS approach.
Ah.
Runway 24. For arrivals, runway surface condition at 1330, dry, runway condition code 666. Runway 24.
Since it's 24, then we might want to get back to the original track.
Okay.
So let's do 145 here, 145, and then let's intercept that. So that's above the Haller boss and across. So let's fly 100 to the left. And then we'll come where we need to be.
Yes.
And then since it's 24, then we'll probably join a right-hand downwind for runway 24.
Yes. From which point?
At well, we'll fly from November Alpha.
Yes.
Delta Hotel, Charlie November, PA 28.
Okay, engine failure.
On board, we are
first of all, action.
yeah,
but do not climb, do not climb, do not climb.
Our flight to Aachen-Mersbrück with an open flight plan.
Voilà, 65 then. Now we have time. Close the field.
I've chosen my field, it's gonna be more or less the same. And then we would check, so the field is there quite long, let's say the medium green left of the towers, closer to us.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a bit slow, so I'm going to correct that. Okay. So just there. Okay, so I would check power, switch tanks, fuel pump 1. This is on board, the main fuel pump is in, so then it's a problem. Then 7700, mayday, I will already set one flap, and I would already set an extra set of flaps also. Okay, and then I would say mayday, Sonaca 200 south, northwest of Waterloo, doing a forced landing. I would switch this off, pull the CB off, and then before landing now it's full flaps, so this could go open a bit.
Good. Okay, now we are able to make it. Okay, go around.
Go around, take off flaps.
Okay, that was better. Is there a house on the left? No? Okay, make your left turn. Voilà. Okay, perfect. And 1,400 feet, Lion of Waterloo, and then let's go to Charleroi. At Charleroi we'll do a flapless landing.
Charleroi Tower, Oscar Charlie Bravo, bonjour, we have a navigation flight from Grimbergen back to Charleroi with information hotel, 3 minutes inbound November, requesting landing information, landing instructions.
Oscar November Charlie Bravo, Charleroi, hello, information hotel, QNH 1011, report right and downwind for runway 24.
QNH 1011 will report right and downwind runway 24, Oscar Charlie Bravo.
It will be all good with the Ryanair coming from the south.
And we'll do a flapless landing?
Yes.
So the only difference is that 5 knots higher approach speed, and then we will not keep pulling the nose up while we flare, but we'll just keep it on the horizon and let the plane settle down.
Yes.
Check, so QNH is set, we will switch the fuel.
Yes.
Tank. And with the briefing we'll fly November Alpha, then turn left, right and downwind, then we will report right and downwind. Runway 24, flapless landing. That's it.
Okay.
So that's the descent checklist. The weather ATIS was obtained, we set the QNH, briefing is performed, fuel selector is full as tank, so descent checklist complete.
Alright.
You can also again already configure here, so I will do a brakes are available, fuel pump on. QNH is set, engine parameters in the green. Are they already moving? Just to...
It's lining up.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, clear to turn base anytime. Report final.
Turning base, Oscar Charlie Bravo will report final.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, but I will already set 4005 because we didn't really do that. And they will take off anyway later than where we land, so it's not a big issue.
No.
Okay, they are starting now, and I will also feel like this is a good point to start going down.
Yeah.
Okay, brakes off, no flaps, not yet landing lights. Oscar Charlie Bravo, final runway 24.
Oscar Charlie Bravo, wind 180 degrees 5 knots, runway 24 clear to land, to vacate via Sierra 3.
Runway 24 clear to land, we'll vacate via Sierra 3, Oscar Charlie Bravo. Get out of the way.
Bonjour, j'ai encore un avion General Aviation en finale, je te rappelle dans moins de 2 minutes.
Oh, there is a bird on.
Alaska Travel, for information, we saw a dead bird, Abeam Sierra 4.
Roger, thank you.
On the runway center line.
Charlie Bravo cockpit, on vacating 121.805, over.
After vacating 121.805, thanks for the service, bye bye. Oscar, Charlie Bravo.
Yeah, there was a...
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Bird,
yeah.
It
was a flat bird.
Yeah.
L'avion qui vient d'atterrir au Sonaca a vu un oiseau mort au centre de la piste, juste à hauteur de Sierra 4. Mais je te rappelle après le prochain atterrissage.
Okay, flaps are already up.
Foxtrot Oscar uniform, wind 180.
Ryanair 4 Delta November, push and start up approve information hotel.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yes.
Then avionics off.
So we have done the short field takeoff. That was nicely done. No special remark. Then the stall, clean, landing, approach configuration, no special remark. Was good. Don't forget to wait at least 60 knots.
Yeah.
To avoid the secondary stall. Okay. Steep turn was good. No problem. Unusual attitude for the nose up. Don't forget that if you are in a turn, first you have to increase the bank angle. That will help your nose to go down below the horizon before level the wings. Okay. For the nose down altitude, that was good. Engine fair in flight. The first one, you forget to follow the best glide speed. I think that for the PT2 you did the same mistakes.
Yes, and then before yesterday when I was preparing, I did remember that, and I told myself don't forget it, and I even did this morning with closed eye all the memory items, and there was no issue. And now, and you said engine failure, the first thing I did was to check how high we are, and then I was like, oh my god, we are only 1,000 above, that's very little, and that messed with my mindset.
Voila, and here for the approach, nothing special to say. Everything was good. Okay. And that was good in general. Just focus on all the items that I've told you, and also the theoretical part and the question that I've asked you
about the class D and the separation.
That's good to go back on the book to review some rules, and you have to complete your theoretical part as well.